The world's almost invincible leader. Lock in, chat. Let's lock in.
Vladimir Putin has a lot of enemies.
No fucking shit.
So how does he
Bro,
protect
sorry, I'm already pausing this shit. Did this dude get assassinated, like, or assassination attempts like 50 times on him? Like, he almost got assassinated like 50 times, I heard.
himself? In this video, we'll look at 4 of the Kremlin's security measures. A rolling fortress, orchestrated chaos in the skies, a ghost train straight out of a James Bond movie.
Does this dude
Look at
fly
4 of
with
the Kremlin
3
security
planes at the same
A rolling
time?
fortress, orchestrated chaos in the skies, a ghost
This dude is like distracting people with
train straight
planes.
out of a James Bond movie, and sophisticated deception tactics. Together, they tell a story about the Russian state and its increasingly paranoid leader.
Dude, it's kind of crazy about Putin too is I don't feel like he has any like friends when it comes to world leaders. Like if you look at like China, like I feel like they're just like extracting like just like a one-sided relationship, you know. And then I feel like, you know, obviously the USA doesn't really like Putin either. Like I just dude does not have any like
Since 2000,
allies. I feel
Vladimir Putin has spent most of his time here in Nova Ogaryovo.
obviously he has like actual allies, but like I'm saying just like people that he actually seems like super close with him, you know what I'm saying? I could be wrong
But the
about that. I
Russian
don't know anything
president
about that.
also often stays at this luxury residence in Valdai. And he's believed to own this opulent estate in Crimea, a summer residence in Sochi, and a palace at Cape Idokopas.
Bro, what the fuck?
To move between these locations or attend state visits, Putin needs to travel. And that's when he's most vulnerable. He's protected around the clock by both visible and covert security forces. But the Kremlin relies on one thing above all: unpredictability.
Yeah, you have to be, bro.
This is Putin's car, an Oris Senat limousine. The interior is fitted with luxury features, genuine leather, plush seating, and a minibar. But more importantly, it's a fortress on wheels.
How much more bulletproof and like protective do you think this shit is compared to like the US? Like I saw like, you know, like the president's car, like it looks like this is like full like bulletproof. It's got like some crazy shit like that prevents the president from like dying or whatever. Also, ignore this. I'm like looking like on my OBS, like ignore my 14-year-old girl like acne pimple patch, guys. But like, dude, I feel like Putin's has got to be like way more high tech. Like he's got to have like gadgets and
Imagine
shit.
this. Putin is on his way to Moscow. Suddenly, a group of attackers opens fire.
There's
But the
no
limo
way.
is heavily armored, designed to withstand high-caliber rounds and reportedly even armor-piercing ammunition. Their bullets have no effect.
Do assassinators in like Russia just pull up on the side of the president's car, the van, or like the leader's car? Like in the US, we have like snipers and shit from like really far. Like you guys remember Charlie Kirk, bro? Like the dude was like hundreds of feet away.
So the attackers throw a hand grenade. Even then, the limo stays intact and barrels forward as if nothing happened. The fuel tank is fortified against explosions. The tires are fire-resistant and reinforced. Even if all 4 were destroyed, the car could keep on driving.
What?
The limo is incredibly heavy, 6.5 tons, but it's surprisingly fast. It's powered by a 4.4-liter V8 twin-turbo engine supported by a hybrid powertrain.
Bro, Putin knows his shit, bro.
In an emergency,
oh my
it can
gosh.
accelerate to 100 kilometers an hour in 12 seconds and reach top speeds of up to 170.
Bro, you have to think though, for like a president car, that's fast as hell, bro. That is fast. Like obviously, like we're talking about like car people, that's not that fast, but for like a president's like whip, bro.
The cabin
I keep
has its
saying
own
president. I don't know. Like, what the fuck do they call Putin, bro? Oh, he is the president. Okay.
cabin has its own air filtration system, so even a gas attack probably wouldn't have an effect. There's an emergency exit, too. Putin's limo is extremely secure, but for longer distances, he prefers another means of transport.
A whole fucking Boeing.
Putin is flying to North Korea for a state visit. He's on board an Ilyushin IL-96. The model was developed in the Soviet Union back in the 1980s.
This thing is
Technically,
huge.
it's considered outdated. The long-haul jet still has 4 engines. But Putin continues to rely on it.
Bro, I feel like you shouldn't even be like that worried like you're gonna get assassinated on like on a plane. Unless like you have like some guy like inside job like planting a bomb on your plane. But like nobody's gonna come like up into the air and assassinate you. Like you are I feel like there's like nobody's gonna have a plane, you know?
His customized version is known as the Flying Kremlin, and it's equipped for maximum comfort. The presidential jet is stocked with a king-size bed, a conference room, a dining area, and a personalized gym. Even at 10,000 meters, security remains the top priority. The Flying Kremlin reportedly has its own advanced communications array, missile defense system, and emergency escape pod. When necessary, it's escorted by fighter jets. But that's not all. Intelligence reports also suggest that Putin is so paranoid that he's constantly accompanied by a team of personal doctors. Most of us can't relate. Half of us haven't even booked a dentist appointment in years.
This is definitely an ad.
But we keep meaning to. You go once, you keep telling yourself
called
/Fern and take care of your health without the wait. Thanks again to ZocDoc for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. The Flying Kremlin is said to be just one of 4 identical presidential planes. Whenever Putin flies abroad on official business, the 3 clone aircraft also take off. They all follow different routes, making it difficult to track Putin's exact movements.
Wait, so he so he flies.
They all follow
He
different
has
routes,
2
making it
decoy
difficult
planes that are all flying in complete bullshit patterns just for him to like to mess up the enemies, bro.
to track Putin's exact movements.
Bro, I feel like it's not even worth it to be the president at that point. Like I don't want to be that paranoid, bro. Like, you know how like terrible that would be, just like living your life with that much paranoia?
But even this elaborate tactic has a weakness.
It's relatively easy to track an airplane, right?
This is Russian investigative journalist Ilya Rozhdestvensky. Living in exile, he works with the Dossier Center, a non-profit investigative project.
There are dozens of websites like Flight Radar and all these sort of things that provide data on different airplanes.
Technically, each of these aircraft could be tracked and located, which means that in theory, a powerful adversary could target all 4 at once. Which is exactly why Putin prefers...
Well, underwater?
his train.
Oh, never mind.
If you saw this train moving through Russia, you'd barely notice it.
It looks like a normal Russian train, gray with red stripes. There is probably a very little chance that you would recognize it if you see it somewhere.
Look closer, and you notice a few oddities, like multiple diesel locomotives.
So instead of like trying to hide with the train, it just looks the same as the other trains is essentially what I'm hearing. It's like, it's almost like camouflage, because nobody's gonna like, how are you gonna jump onto a train? You know what I'm saying? Like, unless like it's going slow, but like this is like fast as hell. Like there's no way you're jumping on a
At the
train
front
trying
of
to
the train.
assassinate the president.
And this small dome on the roof.
For the special communications, and that's probably it. That's the only thing that is different from the normal train.
It isn't a secret that Putin has his own special train. The Kremlin has even released images from its onboard conference room. But for a long time,
Putin's got
the
so
Kremlin
much
has even
aura,
released
bro. I'm
images.
sorry. Like, for a world leader, like, Putin's got, like, he's got immaculate aura, bro. Like, just look at this dude.
From its onboard conference room.
Like, dude, this guy is definitely, like, if he wasn't the president, he's yelling slurs on CSGO, bro. Like, this guy is, like, brimming with aura.
But for a long time, no one knew what the rest of the train looked like. Until the Dossier Center released some highly confidential documents. These were allegedly leaked by an insider at Sircon Service,
Oh, shit.
a Russian company specializing in manufacturing
No, that guy's entire family is dead now.
custom railway cars. The Kremlin allegedly tasked Sircon Service with building the cars for the presidential train.
It's not a very big business. There are not too many people who really want to spend their money to build a custom train.
According to the leaks, the train is heavily armored and bulletproof. That makes it so heavy that each car needs 6 axles rather than the standard 4.
Inside, wow, it's luxurious. It's really something incredible. This train provides Putin with anything.
This literally looks like
he
an
could
entire
possibly
mansion.
need. So there's a car where he can sleep, there's a car for work, there's a restaurant car.
One car is even said to house a fully equipped gym and a beauty salon soundproofed to prevent audio surveillance, complete with a massage table and a radio frequency machine designed to keep the skin firm. The Kremlin denies that Putin has ever used or owned a train car like this. Finally, there's a tiled spa area featuring a full Turkish steam bath and shower. Ilya says the ghost train doesn't appear on official timetables.
Very important way to track this train. If you work with a Russian railway company, you can still find some data about this train.
Wait, so if nobody can track the train, how is it, like, not get, like, destroyed? Like, you know, like how like planes and stuff, like if they're not tracked, they can go on the same course and crash. So I think it's the same thing with trains, right? How is this train just not crash if nobody else has the fucking same information of like where his train is at?
But you need some special access to the internal infrastructure. So there is no way for normal people to understand that some special train is moving.
It simply speeds toward its destination, blowing right past any stations along the way. Apparently, it often does so on its own secret train tracks, which terminate at private train stations.
Okay, that completely just answered my fucking question.
Is built just for Putin.
There are a couple of stations that they were built specifically for Vladimir Putin. So basically, they are near his palaces, official residences, houses. So I think there are like at least 3 of them. We know about one in Turkey, where his official residence is located, Bocharo-Pruchey. One is not far from Moscow, in Novogorova. It's probably one of his.
Bro, I honestly feel like on top, besides the paranoia, I feel like being Putin would be just like so badass though. Like you, essentially, like okay, obviously, like he has got some like corrupt shit going on over there, right? But like at the end of the day, dude, you're like you have a pretty well ran country. Your people don't despise you completely, and you're not really hiding that much like in North Korea. And on top of that, you're rich as fuck. Like he like is able to like make like the country where he makes a lot of money off of being the president. So like I feel like it's just like a win-win situation. Like obviously there's like still bad things that are going on there, but like I like to be Putin in general, not like that Putin's a good guy or bad guy.
Main official residence. And the third one is in Valdai. That's his main place. That's where he and his family spend most of the year.
So at any given time, it's hard to say which of his official residences Putin is at. There's another meeting scheduled for today. Lately, Putin's been holding more video calls and making more addresses from the presidential office in Novogorova, especially since Russia invaded Ukraine.
Дамы и господа, почти 8 лет самыми варварскими методами нелегитимные решения по так называемой заморозке российских активов.
Many of these are recorded and released to the public. For Russians, the office in the presidential residence is instantly recognizable. The room, the table, the background. But wait.
Does he? Oh, I'm calling it. He has it in a bunch of different locations, same exact room.
In footage of Putin's office, investigative journalists have noticed something peculiar. Take a look at this door handle, and then at these two. Notice how they're not the same height?
Called it.
The thermostat is also positioned slightly differently.
Called it.
Here it's centered, but here it's placed slightly to the left. In this one, it's slightly lower. The wall panels behind Putin are also arranged in slightly.
Look at like how I'm just a fucking genius and I just call shit, bro. Like look at that. Look at how I'm a fucking genius, bro. Look at me.
Different ways. Other details like the vents and the TV stands are also inconsistent. It appears that Putin has had near identical replicas of his office built in his residences in Valdai and Sochi.
The idea behind this is that Vladimir Putin prefers to stay, I would say, silent, probably. So he makes it look like he's in his official residence in Novogorova, and he records some video, makes some statements, and there is also some part of the statement where it said that it's all happening in Novogorova, for instance. In fact, he could be anywhere. He really wants that only a limited amount of people knows exactly where he is.
If no one knows his real location, he's impossible to target. Still, reports suggest that since attacking Ukraine, Putin has been staying clear of his Sochi summer residence, out of concern over potential Ukrainian drone strikes. Reports even claim he's had the villa torn down. Putin seems to be growing increasingly paranoid. Maybe that has to do with his time as a KGB agent in East Germany. His work as a spy and the collapse of the GDR may have shaped his distrust of civil society and his fear of popular uprisings. To this day, he surrounds himself with an inner circle of former KGB associates. Or maybe he's aware of the hostility he attracts as the autocratic leader of a corrupt oligarchy waging a brutal war of aggression. Or maybe it's the idea that his political opponents are actively plotting to overthrow him, a notion Putin's own intelligence services often encourage. Or maybe it's
Yeah, how does the whole president shit look in Russia? Like, obviously, you know, we're a democracy over here in the big country of stars and stripes. But how does it work over there? Like, do they have elections? Because I know like fucking Kim Jong Un. That fat. I'm not gonna. I was gonna say something bad about him. I'm not going to. You know, he's probably a great person. He fabricates all of his elections, right? So what is that? Is that the same thing that Russia does, like with Putin?
that Ukrainian intelligence services operate deep behind enemy lines, and Ukrainian drones are a growing threat. Putin seems afraid. Afraid of attacks, of betrayal, and of losing control. More than ever, he seems to be isolating himself.
A lot of people would like to kill him. So there is some strong proof that probably he should care about his security.
During meetings, long tables keep his guests several meters away from him. His meals are prepared by personal chefs who use only ingredients they provide themselves. Before being served, each meal is tested for poison in a portable lab. When he travels abroad, Putin's bodyguards reportedly even collect his excrement, then take it back to Russia with them to prevent foreign powers from gathering intel on his health.
You can't just have this meeting with him and tell him everything he needs and discuss with him. He's not just a regular president of a regular country, right? He prefers to micromanage everything, and he believes that one of his resources, crucial resource for his power, is that he's the only one who makes all the decisions. So that is why the people who has an access to him, they're more powerful. But the people that don't have this access, they don't have any power. And he is the source of this power. That's like his secret idea. Being isolated is one of the key elements of his president.
He's brimming with aura, bro. Besides, like, you know, killing people and shit, he's brimming with aura, bro.
Ukraine's former head of military intelligence, Putin has no less than 3 body doubles. These men are said to have undergone plastic surgery to
This dude's got cosmetic, bro. This guy's got fucking stunt doubles as a president, bro.
look just like him. Apparently,
That's really funny.
the only thing giving them away is their height, their body language, and their earlobes. The Kremlin denies these claims.
2 years ago, we had an interview with Gleb Karakolov. He was an officer and he was working in the security service, which is called Federal Guard Service. They provide protection for Russian president. He told us in this interview that, well, actually, there is no double, like a real double, but there was some kind of a cover operations. Colleagues of Karakolov, they took an airplane, they took the car, they put it someone who looked kind of like Vladimir Putin, and they made sure that everybody could see that the car goes to the plane, somebody leaves the car, goes to the...
Bro, how much do you think these people get paid, like, to be a stunt double for Vladimir? Because, like, obviously you're like this, he's like gonna say that he gets out of the car, goes into the plane, right? This is gonna take some, like, a crazy amount of time for the plane to land. You know, he's spending hours doing this shit. How much do you think these guys get paid?
Airplane, and then this
Like $200,000? Yeah, maybe.
plane flies somewhere, for instance, to Moscow. But the real Vladimir Putin stays in Sochi and he does whatever he wants.
With or without doppelgangers, Putin operates within a system of maximum security. He travels in one of the most secure cars on the planet and moves along secret routes. He rides a ghost train and addresses the public from identical replicas of his office. And yet it seems like there's one thing all these measures just can't give him:
Peace of
a
mind.
sense of safety.
Yep, there you go. Bro, I'm like literally a genie, bro. Alright, W video by Fern as usual.